is the land of Vikings, and with the Yallar horn bellowing throughout U.S. Bank Stadium, a Nordic nation of 70,000 strong rises up with a cry of Skol to usher two teams into battle. Today, a good one in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. On one sideline, the head coach of the Bears. These guys played good football the last month plus. They are 4-2 in their last 6. Running the show across the field, that's Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. I'm Kate Scott here with Brock Heward, and everybody just about set. And off we go from Minneapolis. This return starts at the 5. Juke the defender. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
And there's certainly still people talking about the game. The buzz is real. He posted unbelievable numbers last week. Even his passing numbers continue to rise league-wide. He reached heights rarely flown to in league history. It took volume, sure, to get him there, but also an eagle eye to see everything out there perfectly. He and the rest of us, we can only hope that he comes close to seeing that kind of production today.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He's looking for Colston Loveland. So it'll be second down.
It's second down and 10.
Working from the gun, Williams. Odunze's got it, right side. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Gain of 10.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's going to be 4th and short. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Here's Williams again. That's Cox. This is Loveland. Down the left sideline he goes. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
The Bears take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Vikings, nothing.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, Isaiah Rodgers. Oh, he lost it on the hit! And they steal it back on the return. Before he can really break that return, they're on him to force the fumble and take away possession.
When you get that fumble inside the 20, it means one thing, Kate. Those guys were running with hair on fire. In fact, if you watch a lot of these special teams and kickoff units, you will see them running down the field on touchbacks. It's almost like they're sprinting to the finish line. They sprinted, and they took the ball away to boot.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. On the move, headed right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Third down. Here's Williams. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Tough to blame him for that drop block, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up for contact.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Rodgers. Takes out a one-stop. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them in his pseudo-rookie season after that injury cost him last year. The 10th overall pick in our 2024 draft, J.J. McCarthy.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game the wins are typically built off of.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Going to the ground again on first. Remaining 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Play action, McCarthy. Complete out to the right side. And he stopped cold at the spot. He paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
That's good for the Vikings. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Now again up the middle to Jones. Still going past the 40. And finally stopped at the 34. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
Vikings first down.
Straight ahead. Here's Mason. Room to run inside the 20. And he's finally taken down at the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
31 yards. That's good for the Vikings. First down.
From the red zone now. On him quick, and they bring it down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jones gets it. Escapes it. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings finish off their opening drive. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings cut into a field goal game. Roller set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Williams to throw. Has the connection to Odunze. And that tackle stops him after a solid game.
Well, much credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
To the left side is hauled in by Loveland. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First down throw by Williams. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears stretch their early lead
play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field with the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Bears make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Vikings 7.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Rodgers. This makes it up to the 25. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Went the wrong way on first. Down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. It's McCarthy. He's stepping up and takes off with this one.
It's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
Collects this at the 32. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Here come the Bears back out on offense. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. And as a catch for Luther Burden. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down, Williams. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. Now first down only gets about a yard here. The defender there to force him out.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that 1st down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, denies the 1st down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Williams. Chased out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
3rd and long.
Now Williams. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Bears first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Williams on first down. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him first and goal. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Our score, 17-7. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
Brings up second and goal.
To the air yet again, Williams. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're left with third and goal.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
Third and goal, it's Williams. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that forces them to fourth and goal.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, you got to find a way to win. What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
On the return, here's Rodgers. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And this is brought to a stop up at the 34-yard line there. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I love that jet sweep for so many different reasons, Kate. But I really love when you get your athlete coming across, building up speed, so you can take off once that edge is set. He gets it upfield, turns that type of run into a highlight reel run.
Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's a gain of 7.
Second and 3 now.
Second and 3 at the 42-yard line.
On play action now, McCarthy. Now he'll be caught by Adam Thielen. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. So after the play, trainers headed out. A member of the Bears out there in some discomfort. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, here's Jones. He's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. His pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
If you're going to go play action, Kate, you've got to sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
Drive drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Come on, set. Let's go, baby. Cowboy 8.
On the shotgun, McCarthy. Pushes it towards his running back. It's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. This is going to be a tough one. 55 yards away.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. He completes it in traffic. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Here's 2nd and 5. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Yards to go.
Williams to throw on 3rd. It's on target to Moore. And he goes out a little short of the 40. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Chicago.
Here's Williams again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Williams. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now he takes it.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing, and at least move them forward.
3rd down. Here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Field goal would have been 49 yards, Brock, but they want to go for this instead. Williams throwing on 4th. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. That's complete. Here's Jones. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
And I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And when the veteran QB said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. You're at a premium in this league. It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Brought in inside the 20. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings make it a one-score game in the 1st half. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in. Sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
One after try, good by Riker. And the Vikings get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Rob. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Return coming from the 6. Making some progress here. And a great opportunity for this offense. He's out of bounds all the way up at the 40-yard line. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. They're already on a modest little winning streak here. Currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Williams to throw on first. Komet's got it left side. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Second and 8. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he makes the Reds go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6.
Gosh, I love that play on so many levels, Kate. Making the interception already a terrific effort by everybody involved. But to put the cherry on top, let's take it all the way back to the house. It required extra efforts from everybody. They get the job done.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. That throw finds Komet. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. And with that last throw, a memorable one for him because it gets him to the 3,000-yard plateau for the year. To mark every quarterback tries and honestly expects to hit over the course of a regular season. First down throw by Williams. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yards. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain, turning it into an explosive play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing, getting the ball out on time and on rhythm. But these outcuts, it is so imperative. And the best of them make it look oh so easy.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. And it's the Bears looking at 2nd and 1. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6, but still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Offense headed to the line, just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Williams to throw here, 3rd and 1. Pass brought in by Burton. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears push their lead to 6. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Rodgers. Jukes one defender. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field.
Let's go now.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. So 2nd down coming up. McCarthy throwing here. Gets him on the in route. And this one does not go far. Vikings out of the hurry-up. Need everyone back to the line.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Downfield, he's got Hawkinson. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
A gain of 26
It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Play action, McCarthy. Bears say they got this one, and they did.
I think that's one of those cases, Kate, where this defense wished that ball was round. You know, it's not, and it bounces in funny ways, and unfortunately, for the defense there, it bounces the wrong way, right out of bounds.
Throwing now, following the turnover. Short pass brought in. And they make the stop, I'm going to say about the 37-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
The Vikings, 1st down.
Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
This one's to Hawkinson outright. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
25-yard line.
On the shotgun, McCarthy. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Just something off in the rhythm of the passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing again now, McCarthy. Complete now to the right side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Vikings out of the hurry-up. Need everyone back to the line.
That's another Vikings 1st down.
Another throw here for McCarthy. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings tie it just before halftime. It's a T2 this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Diving right side, got it! Just before halftime, we get a timeout ticket. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. He's back to throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Looking to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. 10 weeks have come and gone. The temperature's starting to dip a little bit here in November. Lots to show you. Let's talk about it. Our spin around the NFL starts now. It begins in Vegas. The Raiders at home to take on the visiting Dallas Cowboys. And it's the rookie from Texas, Jaden Blue. You want one for the highlight reel? Here's one for the highlight reel. He is gone. The Cowboys continue to run through the NFL. They are now 9-1 with the victory here. From there, why don't we go to South Philly? Look in on the Eagles. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. And here he goes. It's Saquon. He gets a seal here, and up the alley he goes. One more to show you. Let's go to Cleveland. It's the Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And it's Baltimore's all-time leading touchdown scorer, Mark Andrews. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Ravens find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. With that, time for a look at the rest of the action going on here in week number 11 in the NFL's regular season. In the game you're watching, not much to separate these two sides through 2 quarters, a 1-point game at the half. As we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. On the return, here's Rodgers. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Now McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He'll try and run this. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Vikings first down.
A give left side to Jones. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
That's good for a Vikings first down.
First down, and they go right back to it. Like the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get it behind the line. All right, here we go. Second down.
Brings up second and 11. at the 47-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
He lost the football. Bears pick it up, headed the other way. There he goes on the right side. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take the lead right away in half number 2. He took off with it, which they give him full license to do when he sees an opening, Brock. But he couldn't keep it secure, and it winds up in a defensive touchdown.
Dude, I played for coaches that when you scramble, they force you to have 2 hands on the ball because they know this. They know these defenders love for these moments. They attack the looseness of that ball security. Quarterbacks, unlike running backs, don't always know how to tuck that ball away. And this defense, well, they took advantage.
The Bears decide to call their first time out, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. So after thinking it over, they're lining up for 2.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Williams trying to throw for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Really seemed like they were trying to get as much momentum as possible out of that series of events, didn't it? Big play like a fumble return, Brock. They wanted to add another big moment with that 2-point try.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all, even if they did fail. Kind of like a big play we see all the time, right? The offense will get right back to the line. Don't let that defense breathe. I don't mind it, even if the execution wasn't there.
The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 7-7 coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
That's complete. Here's Jones. This one really moves the chains, but he stops just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
McCarthy on the sneak. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
For a Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
4 yards. That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, ball at the 36. On play action now, McCarthy. Going deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they claw a little of the damage back there with a modest return. Good efforts, but they still lost yards on the fumble. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
He had it for a moment, but a complete Great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
For Justin Jefferson.
Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Down and 13.
Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Running the screen now for Jones. Just the defender. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. For the 2nd time today, they're going to run the kick team out for the field goal. From the left hash, this is from 47.
A 47-yard attempt.
Reichert connects there. And that trims the lead to just a couple.
In the 3rd quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Williams on 1st down. Brought in right side by Moore. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. Creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Williams from the gun. Complete right side. Burton has it. They get there to take him down right around the 41. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's Williams again. Finds the in route complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. On into the yearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get.
And he has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a roll the dudes, a touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Santos now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears push the lead to 2 scores now.
Vikings 31.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Rodgers. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Short pass brought in. Oh, he loses the football. Bears pick it up, headed the other way. And they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this. Away.
The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And as we play through November, you can see that this hot start has continued. He's the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. This is the end of the third quarter. It's Bears football to begin the fourth as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game. Second and 3 now. From the 32. There's that man again, Adunze. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. He got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. It's got to come back. I'll take second down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Now Bagans. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. This is very close, but it looks like he's going to be marked. Yep, marked shy of that first down at the 30. Third and a lone yard coming up. Here's Payton to throw. Has his man caught by Odunze. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Pick up on the play. First down, Bears.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They have themselves another first and 10. Payton looking to throw. He connects with Burden. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the 21. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but the heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
So on fourth down, that is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Santos' kick is good, and that grows their lead to 12.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. Touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. On the return, here's Rodgers. Jukes out a one-stop. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. And he's going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3. So time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own.
Here we go.
start with a give to Jones. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Completed over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Hey, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Well, it's 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. You set it down, score him at the 38.
Vikings, first down. First and 10.
They bring Thielen in motion right. Jones trying the left side. Will be a yard at most there, and it's second down.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Second and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Here we go.
Play action, McCarthy. That's incomplete on second down. This one misses the tight end. So they're left facing third and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. This is brought in at the 15. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
And the Vikings.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
The throw is caught, and he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Motion man right is Jefferson. Second down carry for Jones. And they find them after just a yard, and it's third down.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up third and 4.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings now within one score at the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's a return from the 7. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bears and Roma Dunze headed back out on offense. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. Bagent now to throw. Odunze's got it, right side. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Here's Bagent. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Roma Dunze, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. That's Cox. This is Loveland. He's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
First down, Chicago.
To throw, here's Bajent. Let's get it, left side. And this one doesn't go far. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
From the 35 on second down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Important moment as they turn to Cairo Santos. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. Oh, this is going to be close, and it's no good. He hooked it too far left. And their lead will remain unchanged in the 4th.
Obviously, Kate, that miss would have made it a touchdown game. Think of it this way, it's still a touchdown game. But instead of it forcing overtime, now it's going to give them a loss.
The Vikings now set to take the field. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up. So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. That one's incomplete over the middle. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
This one's to Hawkinson outright. And he's brought down after a 4th game.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Their hand is forced here. They've got to get this. They're down 5.
Let's go now.
Desperation time here. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They'll come up 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Vikings out of the hurry-up need everyone back to the line. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
That's a gain of 4.
3rd down, here's Jones. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have fourth down coming off.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I'm going to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking slant route, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good.
Minnesota spends its second time out here. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. They send a man in motion. Here he is to throw. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Here's McCarthy leading them to the line. They're going for 2. They'll try it on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Really smart call here in the fourth. Now a field goal will tie this game. Bryce ready to send this one away.
43.
And it goes for a touchback. So time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here.
35-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. First and 10. It goes to a knee as Tom winds down in this one. So it's a win for the Vikings. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.